Hey, look, I'm not from the water sector, so I look in from the outside as another utility thinking about what water might learn from energy. And I think the number one challenge is essentially for water to get the space, freedom, and ability to innovate in the way that energy has. Really, to bring better customer service, to drive costs down. I always think it's the job of a company to take the lead, because companies should have ideas about what they can do better, and they should have ways of being able to bring those to life for the regulator and for other stakeholders to really understand how they can change the sector. I think water is a really special case because of the very intimate nature of the relationship between the companies and the regulator. In essence, at the moment, the regulator signs off the business plan for the water company. And I think we need to get to a world where the water company is really free to start thinking about how it can better deliver for its customers. And to do that is going to require fundamental reinvention from the companies and from the regulator. I think the biggest obstacle always is perception. When we joined the energy sector, it's not a sector we were from. Our founding team all came from technology and from consumer services elsewhere. And I think a lot of the things that we heard when we joined the sector were preconceptions. So, for example, companies would tell us that bills couldn't be made clearer because they were dictated by regulation. So what we did was we added an email cover note that had the clarity of bill that we would like, and then just attached the regulator's bill as an extra component. And that way we were able to bring the clarity and transparency we want for our customers without regulation being hit. And I think that kind of thinking through always, like, regulation isn't there to stop us doing great stuff. It's there to protect customers. And if we can think of ways of doing great stuff that's going to be even better for customers, we can usually find a way to do that without having to necessarily fundamentally challenge everything about regulation. It's amazing, isn't it, that in so many sectors, costs just keep coming down. If we look at what's happened in the world, for example, of e-commerce, the cost of us buying stuff as a society has fallen dramatically. If you look at technology, the computer I'm using to talk to you today is roughly the same price as it would have been 20 years ago, but it's hundreds of times more powerful. And I think we've got to say, we've got a duty, a responsibility as people running companies to do everything we can to just keep driving costs down, particularly for the essentials of life, utilities. So I think the most important thing is finding ways that we can go beyond normal expectations, to be creative, to make things cheaper for customers.